You could look cheap in Chanel and look expensive wearing H&M. H&M as a quiet luxury brand. H&M and quiet luxury. Who would have thought? At some point last year, they decided to do an entire rebrand. I started hearing people talk about H&M, how it's changing its aesthetic into looking a little bit more elevated and luxurious. And I noticed it in the fall, but I really noticed the difference with everything that they have this summer when I was shopping for my trip. I wanted everything. And when I say their aesthetic, I mean the clothes and how they're promoting the product. You can see it all over their social media. Their Instagram looks almost identical to brands like Toteme and even Loro Piana, which is insane to think about. And H&M sells clothes that are literally a fraction of what those other brands sell their clothes for, but they're advertising and promoting their products almost the same exact way. Honestly, I love it because you can really see them at a more elevated light. And not just on their social media, you can see it all over their website, especially with their new resort collection. I went through the website and the vibe was so similar to the Loro Piana website and their resort wear. They have elevated model poses and photo shoots, cleaner layouts, great lighting. H&M is really selling a vibe now, not just clothes. I've been shopping at H&M for a very long time, and they were always known for taking on these micro trends that would come and go super quickly, loud colors, or the total opposite, really boring office business clothes that you really could not envision yourself wearing outside of the office. They really were not focused on long-term style, but they switched things up this time. I can see myself wearing these things for a very long time. Now, this whole thing started because I needed a pair of linen pants to take with me on my vacation to Greece. These are the most perfect summer lightweight linen pants. I loved the drawstring on these pants, and I really wanted these because it goes back to timelessness and simplicity. I wanted something that I can wear with almost any sort of top that wasn't trendy. Linen pants have always and will always be in style, but they also had a deep brown pair of linen pants that I really wanted to get, but I had to control myself because I only went into that store for one thing. Deep brown, like a dark, rich chocolate brown, is not something that you see every day when it comes to linen. Everybody usually just gravitates towards the whites and the neutrals. H&M really did it right. The next time I go into the store, I'm gonna have to pick up that pair because I am obsessed. The only thing that I didn't really like about the pants is the fact that they are so long. I'm 5'8" and these were dragging. Like, you can see the dirt marks at the opening of these pants because they were just dragging, and I did not have any time to get these tailored or shortened. So if you're under 5'8", then these will be super long on you. I wore these on a 10-hour flight and they were just so comfortable. Not everyone wants to wear sweatpants to the airport. Some people want to look a little bit more put together, and this is a perfect way to do it. H&M didn't completely move away from trends. The ocean and seashells is a big trend this summer. They were able to implement that trend in a very simple, minimalist way, which I actually really love. They look like buttons, but they are actually not buttons, and I didn't realize until I actually put it on. These seashells are stitched to both sides of the shirt, so you have to put it on overhead, but the shirt is really stretchy, so I didn't have a problem getting it on. The only thing that I wish was different was the hole in the front was a little bit too open and revealing for me. In order for me to actually wear this, I'd have to pin it in some sort of way so that it doesn't open too much in the front. But aside from that, this shirt is very comfortable, very simple. Now, it's 95% polyester and 5% elastane, and that's how they're able to make all of these clothes very affordable because a lot of it is polyester. So it's not made from any sort of really expensive fabrics, but that's the point. It's not supposed to be expensive, it's just supposed to look expensive. I saw a few different matching sets as well, and I wanted to try and incorporate color somehow. But remember, we're talking about quiet luxury, so we don't want any neon bright colors. I mean, we do, we love color, but if we're talking about quiet luxury, we're doing it in a very nice, muted way. So I grabbed this set. It's a nice deep wine color, and again with this top they were able to incorporate a trend in a very simple way. So next year, if seashells and the ocean aren't really a trend, you can still wear this top. They are so small. Again, this is over 90% polyester, cheap fabrication. It is incredibly stretchy and very comfortable, and you can adjust the waist. So if you need to tighten it, you can do that, and if you need to loosen it up, you can do that as well. I just realized that this is part of their H&M Edition line. Now I'm just gonna read directly from my phone. So H&M Edition is a premium line from H&M that focuses on timeless pieces with a focus on precise cuts and fits to create essential wardrobe staples. They focus on premium quality, tailored looks, timeless style, and sustainability. Now with the top, I did get the matching skirt because I wanted a set and I thought that it looked really nice together on the hanger, but once I put the skirt on, I actually really didn't like it on myself, but it probably looks beautiful on someone else. It's the same material as the top, has a really nice stretch to it. I love the color and how it matches exactly back to the top. It has a zipper closure and it does have a little iron hook, and it has a slit that's actually not too high, which I could appreciate. I don't like slits that are that high. It does have a lot of fabric, so it's very breathable. You can move around, you can be comfortable. I mean, with this entire outfit, I felt very comfortable. I just didn't really like the skirt on myself, so I decided to swap it out for the white linen pants that I love so much, and that's one of the reasons why I picked it up, because I wanted to be able to wear it with anything, and that's exactly what I did. I think it looks so much better with the pants. Now, I know we were talking about Toteme and Loro Piana because in my opinion, H&M is taking a little bit of something from all of these different luxury brands, even in their design. Last year, I actually picked up this handbag from H&M and I've shown it to you guys before, and it is very much obviously inspired by Bottega. This was so affordable and it came with an extra crossbody strap, so you're really just getting the look for less. And here is that same deep chocolate brown that I absolutely love. Now we spoke about color, but H&M is also doing print, and there's a particular print that a lot of people absolutely love. Now for this next dress that I picked up, H&M very obviously drew inspiration from the Dior Riviera print that's so popular, and I love the way that they did it. They didn't copy it exactly, but they did it in their own way. I love the blue against the neutral off-white background so that it's not too bright and cheap looking. They're doing a great job of just paying attention to color, because if they put this print against a really harsh white background, then it would have looked 1,000 times cheaper. So they did this in a great way. However, what I did not like was the side slit. This would have been so much better if it did not have the side slit. Now when I saw this on the hanger, I saw that it had a sort of drawstring, and I thought that it was so that I can tie it around the back and just make it fit a little bit better, but it's actually a really high side slit that comes up very, very high. Those drawstrings are so that you can tighten them and kind of close the side slit, but it doesn't close it all the way, which is something that I actually really don't like. And I feel like in a way it can cheapen your look if you're showing too much on the side in a very distasteful way. So I feel like that's the only thing that they got wrong with this dress. But aside from that, I did really like the dress. It was very comfortable. It was nice and flowy. It moved around really well on my body. This dress is 95% polyester. Again, very cheap fabric, but it looks a lot more elevated because of how they executed the design. I did want to stay with the linen theme because I love linens during the summertime, so I got another pair of linen pants, and this time the color that I chose was a little bit more of a sandier color. These pants feel a lot more beachy and casual to me because the ankles have a raw hem, but even with the raw hem, because of the color of the fabric, the raw hem does not look cheap at all. Even the drawstring isn't completely braided all the way to the end. It is a little bit raw, but it does not look bad at all. I really like it. I also got a matching top with it. I got a linen jacket. Again, these are linen blends, not pure linen. I felt like this would be a really, really good summer office outfit because together it is so appropriate, especially if you're going into the office when you have the AC blasting outside and you need something to cover up, but you still want to look stylish. You don't want to throw on just any sweater that you have. And I just love the look of a monochrome outfit. It's another one of those things that does look more elevated. So they had a lot of different tops that you can match back to the same shade of the pants. And again, with this one, I felt like they were playing into the seashell theme. They added it down the front and on the wrists, which I thought was so cute. It's like a nice little peekaboo moment. The top I intentionally got for it to not be too tight on me, because if a jacket that's supposed to look more boxy looks a little too tight on you, then it can look a little awkward and very cheap. It does also have slight shoulder pads. I thought that it looked okay on me. It didn't have too much structure, but unfortunately they weren't able to check all of the boxes with this jacket, but they did try. And I think with the right accessories, you can possibly pull this off. I absolutely love the seashell theme that we're going along with here. So I picked up these earrings from H&M. They are also cute little seashells. The one thing that I think was lacking from a lot of the things that I did pick up was the fit. I would definitely recommend trying everything on in store before you actually purchase, so that you can see how everything fits on you and make sure that it fits properly. So what do you guys think? Have you guys noticed the shift in H&M? Are you into it, or do you miss the old H&M? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I will leave everything linked down below if I can find it on the website. Sometimes H&M only sells certain things in store, like my handbag. They do not sell this on the website, or at least they didn't the last time I checked. So if I am able to find it on the website, I will leave it linked down below for you guys to shop, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.